Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Swain, and we'll be facing off against the 10-star adventure from the Nightmares campaign. Honestly, I've been avoiding playing Swain here for a while because I feel like Swain is such a strong champion that we won't struggle at all in like any part of the run. Maybe at the end, just because the opponent's Nexus won't take damage on the first turn from our Swain's Raven army, so we won't be able to play Swain on the first turn because of our Pact Powder. So maybe that will mess up our plans a little bit. But other than that, every other encounter should be okay. We just play Swain turn 1, we use Grand General's counter plan as a way to replace Swain in case Swain dies or he gets removed, and we burn the opponent's Nexus to death. I guess the fact that the opponent takes reduced damage from all sources to his Nexus might mean that the games will be slower, but as long as we can keep control of the board, we'll be okay. Phantom Prank, Sounding Hall, Survey Core. Thing is, until the landmark dies, Phantom Pranks won't do much. Survey Core won't do much either, to be honest though. So do I prefer the Phantom Pranks? We don't really have a lot of allies dying though. I think this is a reroll. Explosive Entrance, Fixer Upper, Inheritance. Explosive Entrance makes a bit more sense. At the very least, it procs right away when we place something or summon a unit, rather than relying on us throwing our units away and letting them die. It still won't do anything until the opponent's landmark is destroyed, but it should be okay. Obviously we keep Swain. Keep the Descent to play alongside Swain. Do I keep the Enraged Fire Spitter for next turn? I'll do it. Right now we don't really have a lot of spells, so we really can't do a lot of different things next turn. Mostly just do Swain here. I'll probably do Death Sand. Get rid of the opponent's entire board.
Leave them nothing.
Set up so that we deal a little bit of damage to the opponent's Nexus by attacking with Swain. Surely you can't rebuild the board with just 1 mana.
I will break them.
And because the opponent's Nexus is as tough, or raiding party isn't proccing that much either, that's a bit unfortunate. Can do 5 to something. Let's do Enraged Fire Spitter there, and then we just Swain's Raven army everything else.
I will break them.
Or Ravenous Flock, I should say. We Ravenous Flock everything else down. Just like so.
After the battle.
Yeah, I think this is going to be our game plan for all of the encounters. We'll just play the first few turns slow, wait for the extrapolating to be destroyed, and then once it's gone we can go on the offensive. Let's do this.
We are at war.
Yeah, I think this is fine because it sets up a kill with the Death Sand.
Such little lives. Bleed for Noxus. Such little lives.
Or actually no kill with the Death Sand because we didn't get the opponent low enough. We would need to get him to 5 at least. So if he plays an additional unit, he loses. Okay, he loses. We just Ravenous Flock that thing down, the opponent takes 4, and then we Death Sand the opponent, and that's the remaining damage. Oh, he doesn't give me a target for the Death Sand. Well, he's forced to give me a target anyway next turn because his entire board gets filled with Poros.
Break them.
so he loses no matter what.
Oh, fluff everywhere.
Even if with him playing smart and not giving me a target.
Such little lives.
Okay, so we have to take into account that we won't be able to stun every unit on the opponent's board with Swain, and we won't really get the benefit from the raiding party, not until the opponent's Nexus stuff is gone. Spells are always good, right? So we take the Noxian Fervor. I think so. We don't really have a lot of fodder that we can use to target with the Noxian Fervor, but I'm sure we'll find some. Start shipping. It's a no, I guess. We'd much prefer some damaging spells. Stylish Shot is a decent card, especially with these items. Stylish Shot becomes a burst speed till at least 1 damage to the opponent's Nexus. And then it draws 2. Drawing 2 is good. It will lock ourselves into a lot of Noxus cards. We won't really get a lot of variety in our deck. But that should be okay, right? Simri is meh. I'll probably get rid of the Elegant Edge. But I want the Stylish Shot. Just because it's 1 mana draw 2. Yeah, let's take the Samira. Now, which path do I take? Spells chest, gold chest, item chest, gold chest. This is more gold, but this is specifically a reward for spells. And our deck does care about, a lot about spells. We'll have to face off against Lulu Zed. Yeah, I think we can do it. We'll just go for this path and try to not take too many risks in each of the encounters. I'll keep the pirouette, at least 1. Plus everything else. Hopefully we draw into Swain. No Swain here. And Samir at the start, that's the worst case scenario. I can do Samir on the first turn. Elegant Edge won't accomplish much, I feel like. Then again I can do the pirouette to clear the board, or the Death's Hand. I'll do Legion Saboteur and attack with one of them. I want the opponent, he takes no damage. Well, at least I'm buffing the cards in my hand. Surely the opponent can't rebuild his entire board with just 1 mana. For Glory, Noxian Guillotine. Let's do the Noxian Guillotine. It will help kill some damaged units. Let's pass. Okay, that's nothing. Let's just do the Elegant Edge while we can proc Plunder, I guess. One refills his board. Let's do another Legion Saboteur to stall. The opponent probably attacks with the Shadow Fiend. At least, yeah. Let's do this. Mitigate the damage, the amount of damage taken. Draw 1. Guess we'll do another Elegant Edge. Next turn I can do Samira. Unless I draw something better. No. I guess Samira it is. Or I can do Iron Legionnaire to clear the board first. Now let's do Samira. That's fine. We'll just attack like so. Hopefully the opponent blocks with the Ren Shadow Blade. He damages that unit so that I can use the Noxian Guillotine on it. In fact, I'll stall. I'm in a fine position. I can wait for next turn before I commit something else into the board. Ooh. That's something I didn't expect. The opponent really likes to place something first before attacking. Fortunately, I have the Noxian Guillotine to minimize damage taken. Otherwise, I would have taken a lot here. It's not going to be pretty, but we'll get our victory. It's unfortunate that we didn't get a Swain in our opening hand.
Courage masks the heart from fear.
Do I want to drop down the Arachnoid Sentry? I'll wait. We don't need to commit it onto the board right away. Can do Death Sand or something else. Let's just do Iron Legionnaire. Clear everything. Deal at least 6 to the opponent. The opponent's bound to die to the Death Sand now. Or I can just do Flare, right? Flare deal 6 at burst speed.
Let's make the next mission riskier, huh?
Okay, so hopefully this won't happen again. I'll always have a Swain in our opening hand. Rifter's deck on the pirouette. I guess just because it's a spell that's already in my deck. It's a decent enough spell. Strengthening Numbers, Spirit's Embrace, Whirling Death. Deal 3 to a unit and grant that much health to an ally. I guess it's fine. It doesn't clutter up our deck too much because it has Farsight Alteration as well. So it could be a lot worse. And now we have Ionia, so we're more likely to receive Ionian cards. Alongside all of the Noxus cards we'll be getting. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, at least we got Swain in our opening hand. So even though you drew the card that has Farsight Alteration, we'll still be in for a decent first turn. I can do pirouette in order to deal 2 there, stun there. Shiraza. This levels up the Swain. I'm going to attack with him. The opponent has no mana, so he can't interact with this. And even if the opponent blocks here, yeah, he loses his entire board. I think that's worth it. Especially because the damage to his Nexus means that all of our spells are better. Swain gets stunned, but it's fine. Do I do Enraged Fire Spitter here? It's a clean kill across the board, so there's no reason not to do it, right? The only situation where this is bad is if the opponent somehow develops something else with the 2 mana that can kill the Swain. What are the odds of him having something that kills the Swain for 2 mana? Just in case he has something, I'll do this. Okay, he has nothing. I was worried for no reason. Well, let's do this then. Stuns the Beyblade Twirler. Gives Swain a bunch of health.
I dare you.
No attacking with Swain, but I don't think I need to attack with Swain at all. Let's do Shiraza.
I will break them.
We can do this. This will ensure that Shiraza connects with the opponent's Nexus. The opponent's going to take a lot of damage here. Unless he has a stun effect.
I will break them.
He's still down to 12 though. Let's do Elegant Edge.
Such little lives.
Slowly and surely he's getting there.
Or Noxus.
This turn I'll just do... Never mind, I was about to say I'll just do Swain's Ravenous Flock on one of the opponent's units, but it doesn't work. Because he overrode the damaged unit. Guess I have to commit the Enraged Fire Spitter then.
I will.
Still going to deal a bunch of damage to the opponent's Nexus. Ooh, actually it's enough. I didn't realize that the damage of the Enraged Fire Spitter's effect combined with the Porous Deaths would be enough. I'm not really doing a lot of math in terms of finding lethal. I'm just trying to keep the opponent's board clear. Do I want the Shumpo for the rally? Or do I prefer more stylish shots? This might be bad, but I'm going to take more stylish shots. I feel like Shumpo is way too slow to take. It's 5 mana deal 2 rally. Even with the extra damage added on top from the Pyromantic Wake to the opponent's Nexus, I don't really see how it's going to be that more impactful. Come on, don't give me a Samira. And it gave me a Samira. The game. What can I even do here? I can do Death Sand. Yeah, let's do Samira Pirouette actually.
Just an impression.
Hey, Krabby.
That's my resting face.
Opponent doesn't have a lot on board. We'll just be able to do this. Let's grab an Ocean Guillotine for the next turn.
This should be fun.
Opponent doesn't commit any blockers. But as long as we deny the board-wide buff, we'll be in a decent position.
All the colors.
We want to prevent the opponent from getting spell shield on his units, so that I can freely kill his units. 3 to a unit. That still leaves the Zed alive. 4 to a unit. That's not good enough. Zed levels up no matter what, right? It's a bit unfortunate that the opponent got Homecoming. Guess I can do... Nah, just using Noxian Guillotine on the Zed is way too much of a commitment. Just do this. We get the Samira bounced back to our hand, but the opponent also bounces back his own landmark. So maybe I'll have an opportunity to kill the opponent, because now he no longer has a damage reduction effect on the board. Captain Colrix. Nah, it's way too slow. Let's grab the cheap option. I take 7 from Zed. The opponent's being brought down a lot in terms of health. Can actually do a lot here. Let's do deal 5. Get some damage going with this Samira. Unless the opponent has a way to protect himself. No? Perfect. I'll just kill him with the stylish shot. So far we've been able to manage ourselves even without the Swain. If we were playing any other champion, it would be a death sentence. But Swain's deck functions so well that even without Swain, We still win. Avalanche is way too much. We don't want symmetrical ward clears. I guess this is a reroll then. Mega Inferno Bomb, Brazen Buccaneer, Riptide Rex. Mega Inferno Bomb is just a bunch of damage twice, right? It's one of the few situations where this card is actually useful. And with Double Time Watch, it might actually be playable. So here we want to cut the bad cards, so no more Elegant Edge. Let's also cut the Iron Legionnaire, I guess, because Noxian Fervor is essentially Iron Legionnaire without the body, but at fast speed and cheaper because of the Power Riff. And then I have enough money for one more cut. I want to cut one more card. Slotbot, Smooth Soloist, Ada Spirit, Shop. For once it might actually be worth it to do the Ada Spirit encounter because we're so strong we might be able to get away with it. But Slotbot allows me to buy more rerolls. Yeah, let's keep the current deck. We have 30 cards in deck, but we have a nice consistency booster because of the Stylish Shot drawing a bunch. The pirouettes are also nice sad because they allow us to manifest whatever we need. So yeah, let's go for this side. We'll get ourselves some extra rerolls, an additional power on the Smooth Soloist encounter, and we'll make everything work from there. Do I keep Samira? Yeah, I'll keep Samira just to increase the chances of us drawing Swain. Even though that might actually be a poor decision, because the opponent's going to strike whatever we play here, right? I could just do Swain anyway. Let's bet on the opponent not being able to remove Swain.
Gonna find a gift for an action, right, Arda?
That was maybe not the best decision. I deal 4 to everything. Well, let's do that. Try to buff up this Swain's health.
Empire above all.
Let's attack. Afterwards, cleared everything the opponent has on board. Swain might die next turn, because it's the first unit the opponent plays each turn.
Finally, some action.
Oh, but the strike happens before the buff happens, so we're safe. Barely though. Let's do the Enraged Fire Spitter, so that way we'll clear everything and then block the Kalos Bone Crusher. Oh, we don't even need to ride. We deal enough damage to stun with Swain. Let's try to divert the opponent's strikes by summoning 2 units. Okay, it worked out for us. And now the opponent doesn't have blockers. We'll just do this, clear everything. This will kill. We have more than enough damage. No need for fancy calculations. Yeah, Swain is just that great. Are we at the end boss yet? Maybe the encounters are going way too fast because I feel it hasn't been that long since I started recording. Pokey Stick? Yeah, definitely Pokey Stick. Let's get some more rerolls. Yeah, we'll keep 600. Yeah, we'll keep the 600 so that in case we get a legendary power in the Sumo Soloist encounter, we'll be able to afford it. More often than not, we'll just get the epic one though. Skip the stylish shot, I guess. Skip the pokey stick. Plus everything else. This might be a mistake because we won't be able to guarantee added Swain draw. But the Inspiring Marshal is not the worst encounter. Can do stylish shot just to tutor into a Swain. Yeah, let's do that. I'll commit the Samira first and we'll pirouette here to clear the opponent's units. Or some of the opponent's units at least. With the knight above, next turn we'll stylish shot to tutor into a Swain. It's unlikely now. I'm probably better off doing double pokey stick heals for, so it's the same as Spirit's Embrace. Actually, it might change the breakpoints because of the Parametric Wake. Actually, no. Tough on the opponent's Nexus, right? It won't work that well. So I guess we just develop 2 blockers and then we Spirit's Embrace. Try and oh no, the damage there and the health there. We clear at least 2 units. Wait, no attacks from the opponent, really? I guess he didn't want to lose any of his units, but that seems like a mistake. Let's split the Swain, finally. After so long. Finally get Swain down. And now it's completely irrelevant what we play. The opponent just dies. Yeah, that's not relevant at all, opponent, sorry. Even if he blocks, he still dies, so he doesn't even bother with blocking.
Remember this day.
We really wouldn't have been able to win any of these encounters if we were not playing Swain. I remember with Heimerdinger, I had to reset once because there was a single encounter where I didn't draw Heimerdinger and I lost because of that. You're just way too reliant on having your support or your main champion in this adventure. I can get the extra spells from the Blade's Edge. It's a very decent spell, even without the extra damage. Or I can do sorcery to ensure that I always have the ability to go for a spell cast. Yeah, honestly, sorcery is probably the best choice. It's even better than the epic power in this specific case, because we're casting so many spells. This will just translate into maybe 2 additional spell casts per turn. Like, we can keep the stylish shots in hand now to ensure that we always draw Swain. Even if we draw a Samira here at the start. Yeah, like that. We drew the damn it. We drew the Samira, oh no. What will we do? We'll just stylish shot ourselves a Swain. Let's do this. We don't really need to have the Swain on board just yet. So we can try to maximize the value out of his power by giving ourselves 2 extra spell mana. No attacks, really? Interesting, or no plays, really. It's an interesting decision by the opponent.
1, 2, 3.
Do I bother playing something else here? Honestly, I don't need to. Next turn we get 2 cards, one from the Swain, one from our normal draw. Yeah, I think it's fine. Can do Mega Inferno Bomb,
Little lives.
depending on what the opponent does here.
My steps and my heart.
I have risen.
Okay, the opponent just plays a Blade Dance card.
The order is given.
It is scary, but this deals 5 to everything. And this deals 4 to everything. In fact, let's just do this.
I will break them.
Do I bother playing the Ravenous Flock? I'll do it just to avoid the 6 damage. Yeah, no amount of buffs is going to save your unit. Wait, it does? Why does he save that unit? What's happening here? When the foe blade dances, they grant their strongest units +1/+1 when it attacks with the blades. But I am dealing 7 damage to it now. So why isn't it dying? 7 damage to a damaged unit. Or stunned unit. I'm going to let it go through. Wait, it deals 6? Why did it deal 6 even though it showed that that it was dealing 7 on the card? That's so weird.
Don't ask for permission or forgiveness.
Well, at least I managed to get some health back with the Samiras. And I'm going to heal up at the end of the encounter because this is a boss encounter. So it's not like this is the end of the world. But it might have been relevant in a different situation. The game was showing me incorrect information.
Shurima, your emperor has returned.
Yeah, doesn't matter, I can just burst speed, kill the opponent.
My confidence and
Okay,
only
so
one way.
a short and quick run. Actually, it was not that quick. It's on par with some of the other runs we've been doing. So I guess we'll end it for today. I don't really see ourselves struggling in this following part. But we'll see how things turn out. Because yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.